Welcome to the chat box, everybody. We have a very special episode for you guys. We are coming to you from High Five Access Media. I am Liz Farron, my co-host Jen Sido, and we are joined today by a beautiful soul, Simone Fodder Crotzer, everybody. She's laughing by the way I say her name. It's a mouthful.
Simonetta Fodder.
Come here,
Crotzer.
Blue.
Yes.
So the reason we have Simone here with us today is we are going to talk about how animals help us heal, help us get better, help us grow, and just help us with everyday stuff in life. And Simone, you're an amazing foster failure person.
Thank you.
And I love people who fail at fostering. So Simone, you have been working with these dogs for a while now, and you've been rescuing them from kill shelters and then finding special homes for them. And you'll be able to see Blue. Look, there he is. Look at that baby. Look at that boy's face. Oh my God, he's the cutest.
Yeah, he's very kissable, isn't it? Yeah.
So this is her failure. She thinks she might keep him. But let us know, first of all, adopting a dog is something that is just the most fulfilling experience. And I'm not downing anybody who likes to get a bred dog. It's fine. Whatever floats your boat, because animals bring us so much joy. And they really, for me, are a very healing element. You have dog.
Yes.
You have dog.
I have dog.
You have dog. Jen has dog. And how does that dog, what does your dog do for you on a daily basis?
Well, I think that, animals in general, they're part of your family. They feed your soul. They make you happy. They feel like they understand you when no one else in this crazy world does.
Yeah.
And I think that, it's just one of those unspoken connections where it's like they know what you're feeling when you don't even know what you're feeling. So
Yeah, that's true. They do have a little bit of a mind reading concept to them. And look at this baby. So Simone,
Yes.
you are a local here in our community. And I know that you've been working with the Humane Society as well as the Eagle County Animal Shelter. And I've seen you go through a lot of different emotions dealing with the rescue of these dogs. And I know a part of their story is heartbreaking. But in the end, when somebody goes home with a sweet 4 or 3-legged doggo, or maybe even 2, who knows? It doesn't matter. When you rescue an animal, how do you feel that they help with our mental health?
There is 2 aspects. One is more neuroscience and brain science and what it does. We have sensory cells in our fingertips, in our hands.
Okay.
And they're connected to our prefrontal cortex, the one that produces endorphins. Very, very powerful neurotransmitters that get activated is oxytocin.
Yeah, we like that.
It's called the bond.
It's the only
hormones.
oxy we should be taking.
The only oxy, exactly. And the other one, it's DOS, dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin. Those are the 3
that's
most
like the
powerful.
triple threat.
That's it. So when our fingers are touching them or our eyes are looking them and we are connecting, immediately our brain goes into a happy place because of the production of these 3 very powerful neurotransmitters.
Dogs are drugs.
Yeah, they are. And you don't have to take drugs.
I know.
You can just, surround yourself with puppies like I did. I already have 2, and now I have these 2 foster. What happened to me last summer, at the beginning, midsummer, I started individuating a very large societal problem right now.
Okay.
A lot of people are dumping dogs, especially in California. And California has kill shelters. And I was wondering, as a single individual, what can I do that is powerful? What kind of a small action I can take for something that looks like an overwhelming problem? And that goes also in a lot of little facets of life right now, right? So I thought, well, cannot save them all, but I'm going to save these 2.
Oh.
And I dove in. I found a rescuer. I literally went on Google and said, rescuer near San Bernardino Valley. And this beautiful lady, Robin, popped up with her business, Couches to Kennel. And I said, I don't know shit about this, but can you tell me what what are the steps? And she guided me through the process of finding a boarding facility and a transport. And I had no idea what was coming. I saw 2 tiny little pictures on the youth list that day. And I said, not on my dime. I made a courageous and maybe a little crazy. It's good to be a little crazy sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It's turning a page away from constant safety into adventure. And adventure is a beautiful dopamine producer also.
Yeah.
I had no idea what was coming. And there comes Max, who is a pure breed German Shepherd. Mm-hmm. And then Blue. The beautiful blue eyes and,
Put a cork in it.
Sometimes it's, yeah, exactly. It's not all roses.
It doesn't smell like roses anyway.
No. And fast forward 9 weeks later, what I had were 2 very constricted souls that had been in so much fear in a 400 to 450 dogs in any given day.
Wow.
In the skill shelter. And as a trauma-informed therapist, I started noticing that their body movement, their mannerism was very similar to people who have been abused.
Wow.
So I thought, okay, we're only 98% in DNA difference. So a lot of the emotions that we have, they feel fear, they feel panic. And I thought, we're going to start some touch therapy, some breath therapy. And I created outside on the patio, I have this beautiful love couch. And these are shelter dogs. They know how to roll up in a little ball.
Aww.
So every night, that was the magic that was happening. I would sit with both of them after playing and training all day and have their head on my lap and just stroking them. At first, I was even singing lullabies. I was humming Italian lullabies just to create that sense of...
What does an Italian lullaby sound like?
Ninna nanna mamma tienimi con te. Something like that.
Aww.
Something really simple that I used to sing to my daughter and my mom used to sing to me.
That's so
voice.
I know. And you guys are both mothers. So you're used to the nurturing aspect of kids and human being type things.
Yes.
There's a difference between nurturing a human and an animal, even though animals, like you said, are similar as far as emotional boundaries. Let this be a lesson to anybody who ever hits a dog.
Yeah.
Okay? Thank you. Okay. I'm not going on that tangent because that'll just make me start sobbing.
Yeah.
But what has this done for your mental health, being able to not only save dogs, but just to bring them into your home and this touch therapy that you do? I keep wanting to touch your sweater because it's really soft and pretty.
Right? We need to have touching soft things.
I agree too. I agree with that. Even just human connection, like a hug or something like that. There's a lot of humans I don't want to hug right now. And there are a lot of dogs that I do. So explain to us, what is the best benefit for our mental health and wellness and our energy and our beings to add a pooch into our world?
Well, first of all, when you are adopting from a shelter, we don't have kill shelters in Colorado. So that was my reasoning. I'm going to save them and then I'll figure out the rest step by step. Because that's how life is. You take one courageous, empowered little step, and that will not trigger your nervous system. Is easily, it can be interwoven in your prior lifestyle, and then you start moving forward from that, so that you're not triggering your amygdala or your fight or flight, but you're actually triggering that sense of well-being in doing something good, just doing something good. And I think today we need more of that audacity, more of that heart-based. Courageous comes from the French word corps, which is heart. So we take a heart crazy step towards the direction of love and just embrace the journey as a beautiful adventure. And I think that helps us to feel powerful in a sea of problematics that we cannot solve by ourselves, which brings quickly the subject of community. It takes a village. I moved to Red Cliff. I love it.
You live in Red Cliff now?
I am, because I have a piece of land and is fenced, And I knew that these guys needed room to roam. And they had been constricted in small little cages. So I have watched them blooming like a beautiful flower in the sunshine and becoming very friendly to all the puppies there. They're dog friendly, they're kids friendly. They want to give you love. And love is an energy that allows us to, flourish.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's what having a pet and having that connection really allows to move a lot of energies, because they're energetic beings. They're not using language for their expression, but they're using body movement, and they just love to love unequivocally.
That's what's really cool, and it is. It's without any barriers, or it's all just pure. What is your advice to somebody that if y'all remember George Carlin, he used to say dogs are small tragedies, because like a lot of people, they get a dog, but then a lot of people, they love that dog so much, and then when it exits our lives, I've cried harder over animals than some people. So what is your advice to people that are getting over the loss of a dog, and how they could bring another one into their life without feeling, some people feel guilty, some people feel like they're not ready, and that's okay because they have that one love special. But what I want to emanate to everybody is that our hearts are so big, there's so much room, and with heartbreak comes a new love and a new door that you can open to a possibility of feeling full and whole and happy and loved again.
Right. In fact, love as a sort of an addictive, like not addiction, but addictive, it just goes exponentially.
Okay.
Right? The more we love,
and
the more we feel like giving love is actually receiving.
This is such an important
subject. It's a beautiful exchange.
Because there's a lot of divide and anger and hatred towards other people in this country right now. And I think that if we can talk about it and maybe have a little guidance, and I mean, if a dog doesn't do it for you, then I don't know what to tell you. But my point is that we want, I mean, I know that you're also, you have been through the world's most big traumas, and I know that you've been through a lot. And so you, in your daily life, you don't only help dogs, but you help humans.
I do.
And then what is that?
I do trauma-informed therapy, and my daughter and I, as you may remember, we have started running women empowerment retreats, and we use mostly somatic practices. The Body Keeps the Score is a pivotal book in somatic therapy.
Yes.
Somatic means your body knows. Our body has deep intuition. We have more neuron cells in our belly and in our heart than in our brain. In our brain, we feed knowledge, information, but our body contains the ancestral wisdom of at least 7 generations. So that means what we move forward is the resiliency of our ancestry, their survival skills. There is more wisdom in every cell in our body, in that DNA structure. And think about that. We're never alone. We stand on the shoulder of our ancestry. We are the manifested dream of 7 generations. We are the wondrous child that our great-great-grandparents were wishing for. And so, with that said, the Buddhists talk about the delusional idea of separation. We're not separate. We're one. We're one. And being with animals, being with these beautiful beings that lead their life from their heart, and they give unconditional love, expecting nothing in return but to be loved back. It is a beautiful example on how we need to move into what I call rewilding retreats, coming from a place that is a little more instinctual. The Dalai Lama says that we all have inherent goodness. We are the light. We are inherent goodness.
Hear that,
and
people?
I believe in that. I believe that when we find our goodness and we find that the human condition, there is no separation. We all want to be seen, heard, validate, and love and be loved. It's so simple.
I want to live in your head because I see so much.
Thank you.
What do you think, Jen? I mean, how do we get this message out there to not, I mean, like if you think about the algorithm of a brain or online, people focus on what they only want to focus on. And if we could expand, right?
Well, I think, part of, to tie this back to dogs, part of why the love is unconditional is because I think there is this inherent trust. And I think that's what we've been losing, in today's society. Nobody trusts anybody anymore. Everybody thinks that somebody's out to get them. Or,
I know.
That they're going to get hurt if they get into a relationship or, that there's...
Or they speak up, somebody will have something to say
Exactly.
about it, and then it won't be positive.
And it won't be positive. And I think, the beauty of animals and dogs specifically is that there's this unconditional trust and love. And
Yeah.
this, and even, like they always come back to you. They're always positive. They always want this love and the connection. That's what they're constantly searching for too, it seems. And so I think if people could, also emulate that and be more open to receiving the positive love that, animals give to us and vice versa.
Right. And I mean, unless you've been attacked as a child and you have a reason to not love dogs, I don't trust people that don't love dogs. I don't. I feel like you can't be a good human if you don't even like these special, beautiful, helpless creatures.
Agreed.
I mean, like I said, if you were bit in the face, okay, I get it. But if
Or you
there's
might be allergic.
oh yeah, there's that too. But if there's this just inherent dislike for animals, yeah, I don't know. Work on yourself. Come see Simone for a little practice.
Oh, thank you.
A question to you. You said you do somatic retreats. Does that include animals? Do you marry the two, or is that separate work that you do?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Right. Actually, I am checking in, and I have already made contact with a couple of groups in the Front Range where dogs are trained to become pets for inmates. And so it's and this is pretty advanced understanding on neuroscience. 98% of inmates have been abused as kids. And because no justice was rendered, they try to render justice to themselves and they do bad things. And so when they are in a place of responsibility of a dog, they bond with that dog. It gives them a sense of purpose and it gives them the unconditional love that they've never received.
Oh my God.
So it's very powerful.
You're so empathic. I love that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm humbled by your words, and I received that in my heart. Thank you. I grew up in a foster house with 350 kids for my entire first 5 years of elementary school. Yeah. I came from the therapist used to call it a conflict-habituated family. My father was undiagnosed bipolar and had severe alcohol addiction, and he would become, it was a raging alcoholic. And my mother's way of protecting us, Southern Italian, Catholic, you don't divorce, you're going to burn in hell forever. That's what they say. I said to my mom, forever is a long time. Can we negotiate? I think she
thought
slapped
life
me.
was forever.
So I was lying there with Blue and Max one day, nap time, and I just realized, oh my God, they come from a foster house. It's a kill shelter. And I thought,
No way.
yeah, I've done a lot of inner child work. So I realized my adult self wanted to go back into a pocket of my past as an empowered, badass creator X and create a new story of empowerment where I could do something to save these guys.
Wow, my emotions are like flowing into my face right now. Wow.
I didn't realize that right away, but I'm a meditator, so I was used to, having done and applying a lot of that therapy skills. I came to the awareness of it. Sometimes you have the tip of the iceberg, and sometimes you just start getting a little deeper.
Yeah.
What Jung used to call the shadow work. And I was kind of doing some shadow work and some inner child work with myself. And I realized that going back and doing something at the time when I have the power to make a difference was actually healing some pockets in my past. And
Wow.
I really felt I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah, me too.
Just by naming it, I'm getting goosebumps. So, I would say that having these beautiful beings going to inmates and prisons and bringing love and a sense of purpose, it will allow people to feel that justice they can render to themselves in a process of love.
That's huge. I mean, I've never, ever, not like I don't have any empathy or anything, but I never really looked at like somebody who's been incarcerated in that light. And for people like you to be able to do that, it really does add to the hope of our humanity, even if you're stuck behind bars. If you can, I've seen this, I've read about it, I've even seen maybe a Hallmark movie about it or something like that, where the prisoners train the dogs to go out and be into another home. But then the attachment that they get has got to be so difficult to let go, hence foster failure.
Right. And it's okay.
Yeah, because you have to
failure is
feel
a
it.
great success sometime.
Yeah.
It means that you have... when I was trekking in Nepal, I brought one book with me. It was Scott Peck, The Road Less Traveled. And one of the sentences that the one that you put in your medicine cabinet and you read every day, was that love is going beyond your ego needs.
I love that. I do. I love that because, first of all, I don't see why we should. If we don't go beyond our ego's needs, then we're all selfish narcissists. And
I think that's what dogs do, right? They love beyond the ego. They love you beyond, like, oh, like if you didn't smile at them the right way, or they're not judging you for what we measure ourselves up to be in our deficits, that kind of thing. They see beyond that, and they, I feel like they feel your energy and see past your soul beneath, beyond society's, construction and what we value as, based on our societal pressures and needs.
yeah.
And that,
No, that makes perfect sense too. I mean, there is something about when you're going through your own stuff and you come home and there's a poochie that knows that you're feeling off or sad or lost or whatever, even if you've been through something like betrayal, whatever you're going through in your world, when you come home, you have it all in your energy circle or cycle or whatever you want to call it. And it's emanating from you. And whenever I'm having a stressful time or like I get sad or something bugs me, I always do this thing where I get up and I go into my room because I don't want to like plague my husband with all of my emotions. So I'll get up and I'll go in the room, and Tom's like, I'll let her be because that's the way he should be. That's the way it should be. But the doggo will always make her way in and just come and just, you okay? And they know that we're not right. They know that we're a little off. They know that we're struggling with something.
we need some love.
Yeah. And they come in tenfold and they give it right to us. And it's just amazing because you don't have to speak. You don't have to say anything. It's just in your energy. And also, like when Tom and I are in a good mood and we're jumping around and dancing, guess who's dancing with us? The dog's up on twos. And I mean, so they feel all of it. They sense it, they know it, and they also know how to help it.
Right. In fact, you just talked about dancing. Dancing produces 60% more of your serotonin.
What?
And dancing and singing is 80%. I'm a neuroscience nerd. There is a great book written by a neuroscientist, of course. It's called Bliss Brain.
Bliss Brain.
Bliss Brain is a great Bible on how to improve your brain chemistry into happiness. And if not happiness, at least contentment and joy.
Yay.
And dancing is one of the most powerful therapies. So when we do retreats, for instance, this last time we used Brazilian zouk, which allow us to come into our sensual body and express that express that and zouk it up exactly express that. In some societies being sensual is frowned upon,
Why?
Not in Italy, like where I come
Or
from, or
in our world.
or the Latino society.
Well, you're right.
We shake it.
You're
We shake it, baby.
I believe that Europeans are more free with their bodies and their expression of their bodies, because like Americans are mostly modest. Yeah, that comes with upbringing or whatever it is. I'm not really sure, but like, yeah, I've always been a little bit less. But when I dance, I don't care. I'll be Elaine on Seinfeld right in front of 300 people. I love to dance. And in fact, I feel like if you hate exercise and you find the right music, mine is Pandora, Via Wiener. And you put that music on and it just starts encompassing your body and your soul, and you can't help but get up. You could literally create your own dance moves to whatever songs you want. And you are giving yourself as much of an exercise as you did if you went running around Central Park for an hour hoping nobody's going to attack you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that definitely beats the hell out of that one.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from.
And there is creativity, so you're fully engaged in
you
your
come up with your own
Your
mood.
prefrontal cortex is buzzing. Is buzzing with dopamine and serotonin and all that.
I love that.
Because there is creativity.
I didn't know that dancing was one of the biggest boosters.
Dancing and singing. Yeah, no, please do sing and dance in the shower. I sing
It's
in
the only
car
place
all the
people
time.
appreciate my singing is when I'm in the shower and there's nobody around.
I love Andrea Bocelli.
Oh.
When I'm in a kind of funky moods, I put her in, and I sing along.
Oh, nice.
You know, it's like it's just so fun.
That's funny. You pick Andre Bocelli of all things.
I do. I love Italian music.
I'm like, get into the funk of a Wiener radio.
Eros Ramazzotti. Have you ever heard of it?
What?
Eros Ramazzotti. Eros means love. What a beautiful name he picked. Eros. The erotic love. Yeah, the juicy one.
We have a whole nother podcast coming up.
Yeah, the juiciest one is a lot of oxytocin, and oxytocin is the most powerful of the all neurotransmitters.
Now, how if some people don't want to, if they're in their car and they're in a bad mood, they can't really start dancing. Do you have any ways that we could boost our own? Like sitting there in our own dark thoughts?
So do you remember when Peter Pan was asking, Wendy was asking Peter Pan, how do you fly? How can you fly? Do you remember that part?
Kind of. I was a little children. I was a little child at the time.
Here's the answer. Think happy thoughts. There is a part of our brain that doesn't, the limbic brain doesn't really differentiate from reality to something that you're thinking. So pick your thoughts wisely. When I'm in a somber mood and I miss my daughter, I go to bed thinking of all the cute little pictures when she was falling asleep eating pasta, you know, when she had the circle of tomatoes.
So cute.
The funniest and the cutest. So, and because of that, your brain is still doing that thing, is doing the production of the happy chemical. So we need to pick our thoughts wisely. And don't go into the, what I call awfulizing. You know, English is my second language, so I can make verbs out of
awfulizing.
Don't awfulize. We do a lot of awfulizing. Awfulizing, what it does, it triggers your amygdala. And now you start putting in circulation adrenaline and cortisol. You don't want that. First of all, it gives you that little muffin belly.
Oh, is that's not hormonal?
Cortisol is the type of fat that is produced when you need to run from a tiger or something like that. You know, but we don't have those anymore.
Right.
Unless you're in Central Park or something.
Africa and Central Park, they're the same thing.
Exactly. So when you're in the jungle, the mighty jungle. So we don't need that. And by monitoring our thoughts wisely and not awfulizing, we can stay into our happy thoughts. And then we can do like Peter Pan and we can fly.
I'm ready. But don't start me on a bridge because I'll really believe it. Look, I don't know if you guys, can we see him at all? Make him come up on your lap.
Come here, baby. Come here.
He's a good boy. All right. So as we wrap up this amazing discussion, I can't. I just like, look at that baby. Everybody meet Blue. Blue is the most beautiful baby, and he's got a new home here with our wonderful friend, Simone. I'm just so happy that I can see what he does for you by looking at the light in your eyes. And look at him. Look how he looks at Jen. Oh, Jen, I know you love dogs too.
He's such a lovely boy.
So as we wrap up, I would like to get 2 items of information from you. First, how do people reach out to you if they are looking to rescue a dog? How can they reach out to you if you want to help them get a dog?
Well, I have 2 Facebook pages. One is Simone Fodder Crotzer, my name.
You can remember that, Fodder Crotzer.
Fodder Crotzer. And the other one is called Healing Hearts.
Oh, that's so
Healing
lovely.
Hearts, Mending All Broken Pieces. And this is the title of a book that I'm writing right now.
Ooh.
However, along the way, I thought that no longer broken. So I can take a poll, which one of the 2, because I have made peace. I've done the work.
Yeah.
And my heart is open.
Oh.
It's not constricted.
No, you can tell.
And doing that work will open your heart. So, no longer broken.
Oh my
But
God.
the Facebook
Hey, broken
page,
crayons still color.
yeah, thank you. You can find me on either of those 2, Healing Hearts, Mending All Broken Pieces, or Simone Fodder Crotzer. And you can DM, text message, whatever, through Messenger, and I will get in touch with you.
Okay, great.
I have amazing programs that we are bringing up this coming April, both retreats and local groups of women.
That's what's important, where we can get together as a community of females and help each other and, show each other the light. And if you have an idea for going off on a retreat with this beautiful lady, it would be an amazing, magical experience. I've met her daughter as well, as she's wonderful. I actually Zoomed with her from Brazil once, and that was really cool. And I can't thank you enough for being here. Do you have any other special questions for Simone before we wrap up?
No, I just want to thank you for that idea of, especially when you're missing loved ones, to think about, all of the happy moments that you have with that. I'm absolutely going to use that.
I love that too. I think that's beautiful and special.
It's beautiful also in grief therapy. We can connect energetically with our loved ones. We're only one thought away and one conscious, intentional choice away.
God, I love you. I am so grateful that you came in. Simone Fodder Crotzer, everybody.
Yes.
Her name will be spelled on the website and everything else like that. We are going to be on YouTube. Please like and follow our page and share with your friends, because all we want to do in our community is bring light, love, and mental healing to everybody. And we are in a tumultuous time right now. And when we have people like you that understand trauma and unfortunate life stories, when you can turn them into a beautiful light and something that you can experience and give back to others, whether it's dogs or other people or a lizard, I don't care what it is. When you have something to love and something that loves you back, it just fulfills your world, and it's something that brings you peace, tranquility, and pure contentment. And thank you for all the dopamine rushes. That was a beautiful experience for all of us. I wanted
to add the last
Yes,
sentence.
please do.
I love calling it that you're, as an empowered human, changing the old story. You're transforming your sufferings into your offerings, and you're sharing those with a larger community, because we're here to be of service in love with each other.
Wow.
I love that.
Well, that was so profound. I'm going to close on that note because I don't want to say anything
One
else.
more question.
No, can you be as smart as that? No, I'm just kidding.
No, absolutely not. But I would like to know when your next retreat is.
Yeah.
I would love to be
amongst
more of your wisdom.
So the website is sensualselves.com. The sensual body knows. And all the program, and we're working on it right now, is going to be in the first 2 weeks of April.
Gotcha.
Generally, it's the first 2 weeks of April is before the rainy season. And Costa Rica, let's go and rewild ourselves.
Oh, I'm in.
All right, it is. It's sensualselves.com, just the way it's spelled out. And this is a great way to get connected with other people and just join in and feel the same. And that's what community is all about, bringing everybody together, making ourselves feel a little bit lighter. And thank you for being this ray of sunshine for us today here on the chat box. Simone.
Namaste.
Fodder Crotzer, everybody. I love saying your name. Simone is you're a beautiful person inside and out. And thank you for what you do for the dogs. Blue, it was a pleasure getting to see you over there on the floor. And thanks for the farts. We really appreciate those. And thank you for everybody who tunes in. When you want to get a little bit better, you know the chat box here is always for you. And we are the Chatbox Vail local podcast for mental health and wellness, coming to you from High Five Access Media. Jen, Simone, Liz, we thank you, we love you, and keep on shining your light. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah.